All right, so let's keep it moving, Johnson. I appreciate it once again, my brother. 720, you are live. What's your name? What's your comment?
How you doing, my brothers? This is Brandon from North Kakalaki, man.
What's up, Brandon? Talk to me, man.
All right, my brother. Now, I just want to put an emphasis on what's going on with my people that's in Ukraine. It's not just Ukraine. We talking about my people that runs the world around here, Africa, the African Americans, even to the French, Africans, whatever the case may be. But this is what I'm saying. No matter where we go, we are hated. We are disrespected. We are manipulated. We are abused. We are treated as the less evil, like we've done something to this country, other countries. And I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of it. These people act like we the ones that done something to them across the world. We have not went to their continent and kidnapped them, raped them, murdered them, pillaged them. And this has not happened to just the African Americans. We're talking to my brothers and sisters that's in Yemen, my brothers and sisters that in Pakistan, the Syria, Somalia, and the like. Look what they did to Libya. Okay, now let's go to Gaddafi. Now I know a lot of people don't understand the history with dealing with my brother, but there's a lot of things that people need to do the history. He tried to get African Americans doing Louis Farrakhan money to deal with businesses, to try to take the African American people and make them prosper. And what they do to them, they annihilated them. But who was the only one that stood up with that? Putin. Putin was the only one that stood up for the continent of Africa. And a lot of people do not know. Putin was in Africa for 5 years to help freedom fighters. That's what I know. This is not no fiction. These are facts. Okay? Who was the first ones that got out of Ukraine? Ukrainians. But even though it was Africans there before the Ukrainians, they made sure they got out first. They put us on the back step. Make sure you don't get nowhere. You're nothing to us. So if you're nothing to us, why is we as people continuously on the basis want to keep turning our cheeks to disrespect on a continuously basis? I ain't got time for it, my brother. I'm not going to sit here and continuously turning my cheek to these people that disrespect me on a continuously basis. The same people that fed my children, my ancestors' children, the alligators, bruh. I'm not going to keep doing this. It's time for African Americans to do this. African Americans and Africans, it's time for us to link up. It's time for us to link up and care for us. Put everybody else on the back burner. That's what this is about. It's time. Look, this one thing Akon has showed me. Akon has showed me that you can take in 5 years, if you do a company in the United States, you could be a Fortune 500 company in Africa. It's time to go to Africa and build back up within our own people, bro. It's time for the stopping the beefing and come together as a people because they don't like us, bro. They don't give two damns about us. They will manipulate us every chance that they can get to get our minerals, to get our gold, our silver, whatever it takes to do us dirty, bro. And I'm tired of it, my brother. I'm tired of it. It's time for us as a people to unite and get them off us. And I'm going to tell you how we get them off of us, brother. I'm going to tell you how we get them off of us. And this country alone, this is what we do. This is what we do. We take our dollar back. We take our dollar back. We got $1.2 trillion annually. We spend 50% of the economy in this country. We don't buy nothing from you. We take our dollar back from you. We don't give you nothing, bruh. Until that happens, we will always be a sheep to these white people. Let's get away from this capitalism, get back to the socialism, and get away from these people, bro. I'm going to give you back your mic, my brother, but I love you, Pimp. But at the end of the day, we got to get away from this Caucasian, bro.
Give it up for my caller, Brandon, y'all. Wow. You know, when you hear the sincerity, the realness. When I hear the sincerity and realness from my callers like that, it's it inspires me. It lets me know, though I've, over the years built a platform, and though there's struggles, there's hardships, there's pitfalls, there are landmines, there are all types of nonsense I got to put up with. It lets me know I'm on the right track and that we're doing the right things. So thank you for calling up, Brandon. I appreciate it. 925. You're live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Okay, very good. Listen, Sable here. I said my last name. I've called before. This will be my third time, I think. We're having this conversation about some very heavy subjects here. A lot of this I'm looking at, and I've taken a lot of notes, NATO. What is NATO for? That's a big question. What does it mean for the world? What does it mean for the Black community? What does it mean? We talk about reparations in America. Okay. It's really is about what we're owed. It's not what we are asking for. It's what we're owed. This whole world needs to, they need to, honestly, make amends. This is the only way we're going to fix it. The funny thing about reparations is that, like this one person said, I ain't got it. You got it. You got it for everything and everybody else, but you don't have it for the people who are the most wronged in this country. Now, I don't want to make this about America versus this country or that country, but the world owes a major debt, because without America and the slavery that was put upon us, we wouldn't have this rich country. We wouldn't have the world to be traversing through an economic strength relied upon the labor of Black people in America. I didn't want to make this conversation about that. But the fact of the matter is the threat, the greatest threat on the world is that Black people, especially the ones who have been enslaved in America, is the greatest threat. It's a great threat to whiteness. It's a concept that should never be, it should be looked at seriously. We just want to make our point and our difference for where we are. The fear is, it's not about political parties. That's what they want us to see. This one versus that. Forgive me, I'm just a little nervous because I can't hear myself speaking on my monitors. But we really are owed what was lost and stolen. Our families, our blood. We can help the world, and we want to. We have the greatest amount of compassion for all that is going on, but we're being ignored, walked over, and it's not good. But restitution is what is in order. for the victims of the crimes, for the financial losses, and the everyday cases that we go and we live upon in this whole world. But no one really cares about Black people, but we care more about the problems and the issues that the white identified has to live with. I don't know how much more I need to say, but I just need to say this. We just need to make everything right. The world will be set right when we repair the theft and the usury on a people. I think that's kind of all I need to say. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Thank you. Thank you. Good enough for my caller, Sable. What's going on, Sable? Thank you for calling in, sister. You know I know who you are. Sable in the house. I'm going to keep it moving. I don't know what else to add to it. Brandon and Sable have articulated pretty clearly my position. I'll just go push it on. To the next caller, keep the conversation going. 626. You're live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Johnson, this is DeCarlo from Berkeley. I'm now out in West Lafayette. I've called in before, spoken to you again, your brethren to me, Johnson. I just wanted to talk about some of this stuff that's been going on. And I'm going to tell you, look, this is the big thing. And again, I'm one of these people. I'm a minimalist. And before, I've always spoken quickly because I didn't want to take a lot of time at the end. But I've been here since the beginning, so I think I can speak a little slower. But I'm going to tell you this. What I see happen with this State of the Union address is primarily they're saying we don't care about 22, we don't care about 24. I really truly think that Biden is primarily, he's really truly burning down the Democratic Party. He's burning it down with a purpose because a lot of Democrats, and this is the sad part about this, because our people chose this man to lead us, is that we've led ourselves into a moderate Republican, which is a moderate Democrat who is a borderline Republican, into primarily saying, well, you know what? Yeah, I'm a Democrat, but you know what? I can see where you come from. And they're joining right in. And then on top of it, now we have that going on. And then at the same time, we have, and I brought this up before, is where we have our big cities now saying, hey, you have the right to vote, even if you're not a citizen. This is another thing that is going to ultimately put Black people into a caste that they will not be able to get out of. Because what happens is you're going to be cut out, because if anybody can come in and within 30, 45, 60, 90 days become a voter, it makes it a little more difficult. And then also on top of that, when we're talking about a lot of these things with, like these bills, I'm going to tell you, it's like I say, even go ahead and pull the names off the bills and just say, look, this is about justice and this is about voting. That's it. Because, look, we already see that there's always a hang up when we label something, even though they label everything that they do. That's something that we always have to look out for. So skip it. Take the names off and then make it and present it to them again. That's the way that we see if they're going to stand by it. Because, what, you don't stand for justice? Oh, well, you don't stand for voting? I mean, those are the kind of things that, it's like they have to address. They want to address it with George Floyd's name on it. They want to just address it with Lewis's name on it. They're just not going to, because they're saying we don't have to. I mean, again, these are the kind of things as Democrats I thought they would address and do. And yet we are now literally, 7 months away from another voting cycle? And yet we still just don't understand these concepts. That's why I say what I am about Biden primarily throwing Kamala Harris under the bus for 24. He knows he's not going to run for another 4 years, but guess what? He's like, I'll be damned if I leave it for a black woman or a black person, let alone a black woman. That's how this shit is flying down right now. And it's sad to see. I mean, because my thing is this, I'm just a prognosticator. But when I see these kind of circumstances going on where it's like, oh, okay, here, Emmett Till, yes, the white woman has now admitted that she actually lied. So, yeah, you was a 14-year-old. Okay, well, we don't have enough evidence to say anything. These are the kind of things that ultimately, they give you microaggressions to what the true federal institution thinks of black people within the society. And since I'm on that one point, I wanted to bring up one other thing. When we bring up this stuff with the Ukraine, always remember this. For Ukraine, the president of Ukraine is Jewish. And I'm not being anti-Semitic when I say this. But what I'm saying is this. Look at what happened in the situation with the Ukraine and then blacks who were in the Ukraine trying to get out. Look at how they treated those women. And see, people had said it earlier. They had said, oh, yeah, well, they have, some Nazi sentiments and all of this. And then lo and behold, what are they talking about? We have blonde-haired, blue-eyed girls coming out of here, or women or children that are being killed or slaughtered or something. And it's like, okay, well, why is this happening then? Because my thing is this, if they're women or children, I don't care what ethnicity they are, and especially if they're college students, let them get out. No. They wanted to try and keep them there. So to me, it's like what we see is, and this is the thing I wanted to go back with the brother that was before the last caller, the Chad. I understand your pain when you said what you did, brother, because yes, plain and simple, everybody is letting us know as African Americans in most circumstances, they don't care about us. And as black people globally, they just don't care. Because if they did, they wouldn't do these simple things. They're just so simple. Treat us like a human being. Don't push us off of the train and then let little white people go on. Don't do those kind of things. Plain and simple, but they just don't get it. I'm sorry. I want to make sure, Johnson, that I'm being respectful, but I'm serious. I called in early, and it was like I just wanted to speak it calmly and coolly and express it with you, brother.
Thank you, DeCarlo. I appreciate it. Give it up for my caller, DeCarlo, y'all. I appreciate the call, man. That's very much. We're on the road tonight on a Tuesday. 808, you are live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Yo, Tim, it's William from Hawaii.
Will, what's up, baby?
Hey, yo, so first I gotta say, man, I'm listening to your excellent call, man, excellent calls. And I gotta tell you, this is the worst part. I'm listening, and the only thought that goes through my head is, this is the state of affairs that we have in this country right now. I mean, that's the state of affairs, and it breaks my heart. And I've been listening to, I never spend time on Twitter, hardly at all, but just with everything that was going on, I've been keeping my eye on Twitter. And God damn, man, it makes me sick to my stomach. Your callers are right. The first three callers you had, they're all right. And, it makes me think, I feel shame. I mean, I feel not personal shame, but I feel shame for my people, the people that look like me. And I've seen people that I know that I thought were on the up and up, who aren't on the up and up, man. I mean, they just do not get it. One last thing, Tim. Listening to those first three callers, I hope that gives you, I think it does. I hope that gives you pride in your heart that you are giving them that voice, that you're affecting people and you're giving them outlet to voice their opinion, to let some of that shit out. And that's all I got for you, my brother. I appreciate you, man.
Give it up for my caller, Will, man. Guess what's up, man? Exactly, Johnson. Exactly. But to the point you mentioned about Brandon and Sable and DeCarlo, man. Yeah. I'm proud as hell that I had 3 callers call up. 3 black callers call up and put it down about black issues. They felt comfortable doing it. That they felt this is a place that's allowed to do it. That you could do that here. That they're not going to get cut off. They're not going to be like, oh, who's listening? No shit. You know what I'm saying? And after you get off the phone, the guy's not going to be like, let me walk this back and make it safe for everyone. Stop doing that bullshit, that soft shoe, that they felt comfortable speaking their truth. And that they felt comfortable doing it here and doing it amongst you as well. That made me feel good as hell, man. I felt proud as hell, not only of myself as a host, but of the audience, of the callers, the audience, the environment, the community, the people. Yeah, man, Will, man. Yeah, William. My brother from Hawaii. Yeah, brother. I lost some people, but I got the people that I need to have. That's how I felt, brother. I love you guys. Nothing but the love for you. Cut the check. Be one. Let's ride. All of us. Hey, I'm proud to be the host of this show tonight. Thank you so much. Wolfpack.